on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. When I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Talking about
Okay, I think that's the first time Shut Up Jeff has ever actually invited followers to my scope. Jeff invites followers very, very rarely. I've seen him do it on one sex scope. Aussie Scott finally got caught in his lice. Jeff is a little bitch. He said Jeff is a little bitch. This should be fun. It's gonna be fun. Oh, you guys have no idea what I have lined up for you tonight. No idea.
I've got a swing of song.
Jeez. Miss too, Jungoon.
Well,
I guess you say
what
can make me feel this way, my girl. I thought that was appropriate considering I'm manipulating everybody, apparently. Please tell me you'll talk about Aussie Scott lying about his dad being dead. Yeah, I will. No sprinkles. I'm in a hotel room. See? Okay, where I've been. I know this guy, and he goes by the Admiral. Kinda. He doesn't do that socially. Yeah, I've been sick. He doesn't do it socially. It's kind of like behind his back talk. But, you know, I mean, you'll go by and be like, "What's up, Admiral?" He used to be an admiral. I've been sick, Shorty Kim. Rehab? No. Okay, so, what was it? November last year? Because it was... let's talk about something else first. Wait, was that Jeff that said rehab? Where's Jeff's comments? Already calling bullshit. Whatever. Sorry. Yoga therapy napping. Yes, actually. Carry on, you're on camera. No, I'm not. You can't hear me? You guys hear me better now? I heard about Sarah Gem. And even today, I was crying about it. I mean, I can't stop thinking about her being 44 and passing away, and like her kids finding her. It's freaking horrible. I just don't even know what to say about it. Okay, anyway, why are all these first dayers come in here. I was crying about it. I was just on house party with a couple people. And it's just so sad. I mean, her kids and like her last scope talking about how she was wanting to can't hear. Well, you may have to go leave and come back. I'm not reading comments for a second. She was wanting to spend more time with her kids. And she was wanting to do stuff in her life, and Periscope kind of didn't fit in. And I just can't. Sarah really was like one person. Can you guys really not hear me? Here. Let me do this. You guys hear me now? Is it better now? Okay. Anyway. She was the one person, like, she didn't let, I mean, she talked about drama a bit. She did a couple of scopes that was, you know, against what other people thought and said. Hi, Stace. And she knew what was important in her life, and it was her family and kids and spending time with them. And it was just, I mean, I don't know. It just was. Yeah, we were blessed to have known her. And I looked on my Instagram today, and I just happened to run by one of the comments one of my things that I put up, and it was the bird kamikaze. And she was the first one to comment on it, and I was like, oh my God. 44, man. And she knew she was sick. She knew she was sick. And it's like she could see this coming. And a lot of people may twist that and say, oh, she could see it coming, that was suicide. You know what? Jeff, don't be saying shit like that. I'll block you for saying you love your girlfriend. And there's been a lot. There's been a lot on here. So, I mean, what else has happened? I don't know. Yeah, you may not be able to control it. But, what else happened while I was gone? I was gone for a couple of days. There was some big stuff going on. And I forgot what it was. So, I mean, that right there just took the cake. You know? Yeah, Tony, it was Sarah at gym. If you don't know her, I mean, her scopes are up. If you do not know her, go back and watch her scopes. Why, Jim Goon? Let me pull one up. In fact, I'll do it on the TV, Periscope TV. PSCP.tv/Sarah Jim 13. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it either. So anyway, there's another thing too. I'm pretty sure that if you go to what is it? Um, what's the thing that people hashtag for that guy to be able to use administrators and everything? You know what I'm talking about? Egg drop, yes. If you go to egg drop, I'm pretty sure that the old scopes that you can't see, like past these 86, are still there. You know, tonsillitis. No, it's whenever. I'll explain it later. And you know, she asked 2 people to come up there at one point because she was so bad off. And yeah, she hit them, but they may still be on egg drop though because they're recorded. Go watch the Pretty Serious Taking a Periscope sabbatical. That's the one. But I'm pretty sure you can see all the older scopes because she only has 86 up. And, you know, just go look for yourself. You don't know who Sarah is? This is Sarah Jim. And she passed away. One of her pancreases failed. I mean, I may not get this exactly right. One of her pancreases failed, and then she got a new pancreas, and then I think that one failed. And then Stacy, Sarah Jones is on there. Not a kidney. And then she had to do like the insulin thing. So she had 2 pancreases inside of her. And they both failed, and she ended up passing away at 44, and her kids saw her. Her kids saw it. What are you talking about, Tony? Yeah, the sugar complications. Never mind. Yeah, she had 2 inside of her. She said, whenever you get a new kidney, that they just leave the old one in there. Yeah, she had 2 transplants, but they just leave the old one in there. Anyway, she passed away. You guys can go, if you don't know her, go watch her. Go watch the scopes, man. But for anybody saying it was suicide or whatever, you know what? Yeah, you can, Brandon. She said one was no good and they just left it in there. Other people know more than I do. So then I put a tweet out today because I did delete Periscope, House Party, Snap. I think there's one more. I deleted it off my phone. I did a tweet today, or not today, I think it was yesterday, and it said something, I can't remember exactly, I'm sure it's screenshotted all over the place. But telling a story about, I think it was like talking about somebody whose name rhymes with Link. And I was talking about pink daisies. So, let me tell you where I've been. I have been in a hospital because November of last year, I got detoxed off of my Klonopin, and I wanted to get off of it. Yeah, it's dark scope. I'll show my face later. I wanted to get off of it. So I got off of it. And I honestly told everyone, now I have to deal with the PTSD issues, right? I have to face those demons. I need a little bit more of a doctor's situation. And I need to face the PTSD stuff. So I did. I mean, I told everybody I have to work on this. So I have been. And I was not in Virginia. I told everybody I was in Roanoke. I was not there. My grandparents live in Kentucky. That's the reason Spree knew where my grandparents lived, is because whenever we went to New York, she went there to pick me up to go. She went to my grandparents' house. So she knew exactly where it was. And that's whenever she was like, you know, I mean, she had respect for him. And at one point, she did tell me, I respect your grandparents too much to do this. But then it got turned around, you know. Also, there was words of me playing people, or manipulating people and playing the girls, playing them. And I'm not playing anyone. I was in a hospital, and I'm out. I'm out. No, I'm not exhausted. I'm sick. Like, I'm getting over this sickness. I'm not manipulating or playing anyone, guys. If you think about it, I'm not calling pink daisies. Yeah, I am. It's all in my chest. Congestion. Hang on. I'm not calling pink daisies. I'm not calling Shelby. I did that tweet. And I was going to do this whole scope. And I was going to talk about this and that, and what she's done in the past, and I was going to show you guys stuff. And I was going to show you guys things and make you think it's more than what it was. And, just tell you guys all of it. Start from the top. And then leave things unsaid so that you can think something bad, because I didn't say it, but I kind of suggested it, you know? Some crazy lady, a pack of cigarettes, yeah. Okay, so I went to a hospital that has a veterans unit. The reason I went there is for the PTSD stuff. I can tell you right now, even though I'm congested and my, like the temperature change, like the barometric pressure or whatever, and I didn't sound like this morning. I did not sound like this morning. So I went to the hospital that had a veterans unit, and I worked on the PTSD stuff. Barometric, there it is. I worked on the PTSD stuff. And the way I did it, because this place has like some kind of specialty in it, but they took me off of everything. And I was just on Lexapro and Vistaril. That's all I was taking. So they took me off the Lexapro and Vistaril, and they said, it's going to be a rough ride. It's like, all right. She got everybody sick while I was gone. And they gave me like an antidepressant, and they was waiting to see like some, if it worked for me. Not really worked for me, but if there was any bad reactions or anything like that. And then they put me on a mood stabilizer. So, with the mood stabilizer, they was waiting to see if there was any kind of interaction or anything like that. Yes, she did. It was horrible. Amanda's spreading the cootie bug. Oh, no, one of my ears popped. It's all sucked in. Oh, you guys ever get that when you get sick? Crap. Anyways, that's going to confuse. It's going to mess me up talking. Okay, anyway. So, and then they put me on something else. I'm not on any kind of narcotics, and it's great. I'm not on any kind of narcotics at all, and I feel better than I have in like 6 years. No, they didn't just give me like different drugs. And so they put me on that, and I've been feeling good, like more ambition, getting up, going out, things like that. I'm just ready to, push forward. I'm no longer thriving, or I'm no longer surviving. I'm thriving, or whatever they say. I'm getting this thing out of my ear. I feel better than I have in the last 6 years. I feel good. I feel really good. And the doctor told me, he's like, this cocktail, because it's 3 drugs. Did you withdraw from not taking them? No. I'm not on any kind of narcotics. I wasn't when I was in. I will explain this to you, though. If you guys don't know, benzodiazepines and alcohol. A benzo is pretty much alcohol in pill form. I've been in the hospital, man. It's alcohol in pill form. So whenever, and it's dangerous to drink on them too. So, I whenever I was taking a benzo, I was taking it in the morning, I was drinking at night, because it was their extended release or whatever. The neuroreceptors, not the receptors, I keep on saying that. Anyways, it releases like the same chemical in your brain on alcohol and the benzos. And drinking on benzos, you can die. I mean, you'll end up dying on it. But, I was drinking a lot too. I was drinking at night. What's a benzodiazepine? Like Xanax, Valium, Klonopin, things like that. Yep, I take the shit for anxiety. I got off of it. Kay Lopez. So, my drinking was kind of tied to that. And it wasn't hard to quit drinking. It really wasn't. It just really wasn't. Because I just feel like I have more ambition and everything. And I'm on the right cocktail of drugs. I really am. Sound more clear-headed than the last time we saw you. Way to go, kid. Thank you, Kim. So I did that tweet, but I'm feeling good. I was in a hospital. I got out today, and I'm not calling Shelby, and I'm not trying to manipulate her, and I'm sure she actually believes, what she was putting out there. And the only thing I've done is heard stuff. I've never witnessed any of this for myself, so don't blame me if I got it wrong. But I can tell you this. Somebody said that she was alluding that I was at her house or something. Like, making comments kind of like I was there. Well, I wasn't at her house. I was at a hospital. I didn't have access to my phone. I didn't. I had the choice of another hospital that I could have had my phone, but I don't want to go there. They don't have a veteran unit, and the doctors at the veteran unit see this all the time. She actually said you weren't at her house. You met at a hotel. Okay, that's what she's saying. But she also said that she spoke to me. No, I have not called Shelby. I haven't. Somebody said that she spoke to me the other day. And that's not true. Whenever I was in there, I only spoke to 2 people. Like last time, I called Cameron, I called Dana, things like that. And I talked to 2 people. That was it. I spoke to my mother, and I spoke to Amanda. That was it. I mean, Amanda's a good friend to have. Yeah, I had my phone for a few minutes the other day because I had to plot out a course and show them like the hotels and stuff that I was going to, because they're still responsible for me 72 hours after I leave there. So I had to plot out a course, and I had to book the hotels. Yeah, and I deleted the apps off of my phone. So, and then I left. So that's whenever I did that tweet, is whenever I had my phone the other day. Friends that let you have sex with them are pretty great. Yeah, I love you, Jeff. I do. Colorado was awesome for us. So one thing that the the therapist really worked on me with is boundaries. Boundaries. But anyways, I had my phone for like 20 minutes at most. That was it. And I snuck on Twitter. I had to log in through the web, like web browser. Oh God, my ear just popped back. Yes, I can hear again. Anyway, he was talking about boundaries because the first thing is I told him about Periscope. Because they asked me, they said, what do you like to do? What do you like to do? I was there for 12 days. Like, do you go out? Do you go hunting? And I was like, well, I do social media. Like, really? You do social media? And what else do you like to do? I hike, whenever I was in Kentucky, because I was never in Virginia, because there's, I didn't want that boundary to be crossed of, oh, let's look it up and show everybody where his grandparents live. So anyway, there's like, like baseball or anything? Do you go to church? And I didn't even mention fishing, Jeff. I really didn't mention fishing. I forgot all about it. So, and I told him and there's nothing else except for social media like Periscope and Twitter. Like, I don't even use Facebook anymore. You hit birds. Yeah, Leaf Tony, I am. I don't even use Facebook. Oh, actually, I don't really like Facebook anymore anyway. I don't know. And so I go in there for the first day after, like that assessment thing of what do I like to do. And he's like, okay, tell me about this social media, because it seems to be like your only activity that you do with other people. And I told him about it. I told him what happens. I told him my concerns about it. And I told him the bad things, because nobody really remembers the good things. Nobody really remembers the good things like Sarah Jim. They really don't. Sarah Jim was so happy, and you could call her on her phone tree. And I was thinking today, I was like, you know what? I could never call Sarah again on the phone tree. But I was talking about how people do things, People look you up. People call CPS. People call the cops, for a welfare check, maybe when you don't need it. People show nudes of other people. And he looked at me and he said, this is voluntary? I was like, you know what? Damn. Like, that was like the biggest thing. He said, this is voluntary? I said, yeah, it is. It hit me like a book. Or a shoe. Whatever else was in that room. So we worked on that. Because that's been like my interaction with other people. Yeah, Natty girl. You've got to be a better person every day because of Sarah. She's done something right. He's like, I can't help you, man. No, he helped me realize that on this app, people do not have boundaries. They don't. So here we go. Everything that I just talked about. Sarah Jim. Spree went to her funeral. And this is just what I've heard, that I guess the family put out something somewhere and said, we don't want anyone from Periscope to come to the funeral. But they set a boundary. They set a boundary. We don't want anyone from Periscope to come here. If you guys don't know, Sarah lived with her mother for a little bit, and she would go into the closet in the hallway, in the bathroom. It was one of the, whatever. She would go into the closet, and she would scope from there. And she would sit down, and she would laugh, and she would play music. Not everyone heard that, though, Matt. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Listen, just hear me out. But they took it off. It wasn't on the obituary that I read. Okay, I don't know all of it. That's what I'm saying. Don't get mad at me. Keena showing it. What? You know what? Go watch it. Is Keen on scope? I don't want to be rescoped. Keen, I don't want to fucking be rescoped. Yeah, I've been in treatment. Let's see. Okay, he's not scoping me. So anyway, if Spree had read that, and she knew that, she crossed a boundary. She crossed a boundary to go to that funeral and disrespect that funeral, disrespect her entire family by showing up, not knowing anyone, and going to her funeral. If she had read that she wasn't supposed to, that they didn't want anybody there, and she still went, that is low, man. That is really low. Like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you disrespect somebody like that? And then, somebody tell me this. I don't want to get this wrong. Did she say that she overheard the family talking and they could, like, they think that she could have been drinking and killed herself? And I don't know this for a fact, guys. I think that was rumor that Sarah's parents said no one from Scope is welcome. We were talking about a funeral in a very small town. That's something to note. Yeah, it is. We all grieve differently. What's up, Euro? I've been in the hospital, dude. No, I have a couple root beer things here, and I'm dumping ashes in one. Okay, anyway, since I asked and nobody's answering. If she had heard that and she went to the funeral, that's disrespecting Sarah. That's disrespecting the family, and that's low. That's very low. So then, what was my next note I talked about? Damn, this is long. I didn't mean to go this long. Then we talked about different people on Periscope. Let's talk about these boundaries. I don't know if she said that, Karin. I do not know if she said that. I was asking. But if she was unwelcome there and she knew that and went, but that's low. So then we started talking about the people. And we talked about how Elise showed nudes of other people. And he was like, "But she did what? Like, she's showing people? She's showing people on a public forum, video forum?" And that's what that's what it's referred to. She showed nudes of other people, and that's crossing fucking boundaries. I'm not slamming Spree and Holly. I'm just saying. I mean, come on, you'd feel that way if one of your family members died, and you said, I don't want people from their gang or whatever, their little circle to come, and then they come anyway, and you didn't know them, and it was just weird. Yeah, we didn't Elise, anyways, he was like, why was she showing naked pictures of other people? I said, well, she got in trouble for it. She got in trouble, and she was fighting stuff, and she was cleared of everything, and I don't wish jail upon anyone, man. I really don't. And, I mean, look at what else everyone's done. So anyway, we go on, and I had heard things about Shelby. Amanda told me what was happening on Scope. And, we laughed a lot. And Amanda's a good friend to have, like I said. And I told him, I said, well, Elise isn't the only one. Shelby actually took a picture of me whenever I was sleeping, and I was in nothing but boxers. And my penis was hanging out of my boxers. And she took a photo of me with my dick hanging out of my shorts whenever I was asleep, and she sent it to people on Twitter. Took a nude photo of me whenever I was there at her place. And she said it was one person. She said it was one person that she sent it to. And I have no reason not to believe her. I have no reason not to believe her, because no one has said she sent it to me too. But the person she sent it to sent me the DM, and it says Pink Daisy's at the top, and other messages. And they said they was playing a game or something, and she took a photo of me with my junk hanging out, and I sent it to people on Twitter. She took a photo of me when I was asleep, and that's a fucking large boundary. You know how embarrassing that was for me to find out? I mean, the picture of me, I mean, I'm not embarrassed about the photo. I'm embarrassed that I was nude in the photo. I wasn't embarrassed of how I looked. I'll say it that way. This is whenever she was going through a scrap with Elise and she was showing nudes. But I had this whole scope planned out. I was going to show everything. And I was going to talk about this and that, and talk about Shelby and everything she's done and blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking today, I got out. I said I was going to stay out for 30 days. I told the Admiral I was.